Hey, what's up, guys? Just another episode of Ian's Crap. I can't really think of anything to talk about, like anything that good. So I'll just tell the story about the time I passed out at the blood drive. And I say the blood drive because it's the only blood drive I've ever gone to for a reason. My senior year of high school, so close to 3 years ago now. Holy crap. Oh god, I'm old. Okay, anyway, about 3 years ago, I was a senior in high school, like I said, and they were having a blood drive. They do it every year. They, God, my background is falling apart. Anyway, they do this blood drive every year at school. My year, they set it up in the gym. I went in there. I got talked into it by my girlfriend at the time. Wouldn't be the first crappy thing she's done, or it wouldn't be the last crappy thing she's done to me. The only, let's see, the only beneficial thing I got out of it is I learned that I'm a B positive blood type. That's all. So basically, I get talked into it. I'm not gonna blame it on my ex girlfriend. She helped, but I was thinking about it anyway. So I go in and I do all the paperwork and stuff, and I'm nervous as hell because I get really queasy with like blood and guts and stuff. Like I don't really have a problem with violent movies or video games because it's fake, and I know that even if it looks really real, I usually don't. It usually doesn't gross me out. When I see like real pictures and stuff, sometimes I'm kind of like, ugh. And then when I'm actually seeing it with my own two eyes, I get really like, ugh, which is bad because I'm trying to be an EMT. I go in, I have like an alfalfa going on too. I'm laying there and I'm like hyperventilating. I'm like, okay, who's like, I'm freaking out. And then they go to put the needle in, and I never liked needles, but this is what made me truly terrified of them. So I'm laying there, and I have it. They put it in my left arm, so I'm laying there, and I'm looking away from it. I'm like, all right, okay, okay. And I feel them start to put it in, and I'm like, okay, I'm actually calm. This isn't bad. And I was calm. I actually calmed down, and I'm over there looking, and there's a line of chairs, and they all have their backs to me, and there's just students sitting there in the chairs waiting to do their paperwork and stuff. And most of them are turned around looking over their chairs at me, and I'm like looking, making eye contact with them. so, um, so the needle starts going in, and I kind of clench my teeth, but I'm okay. I'm like, okay, 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 I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And then I can feel the needle poking the inside of my vein as the nurse is putting it in. I catch my breath. I'm like, I imagine I got super pale. And I was like, oh God, I can feel it, I can feel it. This is horrible. I can't do this, I can't do this. And the thing that threw me over the edge is the nurse is sitting there. She's trying, God bless her. She's trying to sit there and comfort me, and it's not working. She goes, "Oh, you got a wiggly little vein there," and I'm like, "Ugh." My stomach gurgles, and I feel vomit just rapidly rising, and then some part of my body was like, "Don't do that, don't do that," and the vomit went back down, and I just passed out. I remember I had a dream while I was passed out. I have no idea what it was. I cannot remember it at all. But I remember waking up, and the first thing I thought before I opened my eyes was, holy crap, that was the weirdest dream I've ever had. So I know just from my reaction, it was the weirdest dream I've ever had. I cannot remember where I am. I have absolutely no idea what happened for like 2 seconds, which, when you have no idea what's happening, feels like forever. So I'm laying there. I'm like, whoa, what's going on? I open my eyes. Bright lights, white ceiling, people in lab coats standing over me, looking down at me. For like the half second that I took all that in, I about freaked the hell out. And then I just remembered it was all at once. It was like my body was saving me from getting up and going on a rampage. My body was like, "You got the blood drive," and I was like, "Oh God, that." So I'm laying there, and they prop my feet up, lay my head all the way back flat to keep blood like up in my head. They put cold rags on my forehead, on my neck, on my arms, like, and I'm just laying there like all queasy. And I look over, and the needle is still in my freaking arm, drawing blood. I passed out at the very beginning, and I still had to lay there for 10 frickin' minutes while they pulled a pint of blood out of me, which is not a good place for somebody who just woke up from being passed out and who is still incredibly queasy to be laying. So I laid there for about a minute, just kind of taking it all in, like, oh God. They gave me like some ice water I tried to sip on, like, I don't know if that helped. And then I finally look over, because the nurse is over by the needle, and I'm trying not to look over there. I look over, and I ask her what happened. I'm like, so what happened while I was out? She decides to tell me something that will keep me calm, at the same time that a male nurse walking by decides to tell me exactly what happened. So simultaneously, she says, "Oh, nothing, you just laid there," which is a lie. And the guy said, "You sat up and tried to pull the needle out of your arm." That's what actually happened. I found out later I did that in front of like 100 of my peers. Like, I swear to God, there had to have been, realistically, probably about 50. I mean, it was still, like, my graduating class was pretty big, but 50 people, you only need a couple to spread not even a rumor, just to spread a story like wildfire. So everybody knew what happened to me in like 10 minutes. And apparently our varsity quarterback was sitting there, watched the whole thing happen, got up and left because I scared him out of donating blood. I'm just gonna use this for my episode. I think it's interesting enough. It's a funny story, you know, it's nothing too crazy, but yeah, that is the first and only time I've ever donated blood. So I'm sorry, you know, if people think I should donate, but I can't. When I was in the hospital the other week and they put the IV in, I almost did the same freaking thing. I almost passed out. And they weren't drawing blood at all. They were putting crap into me. Fluid, not crap. They weren't putting crap into me. So basically, anytime I need to get a needle stuck in my arm, I'm going to pass out or get damn close. And if I can help not doing that, I'm going to. So I'm not going to donate any more blood. You know, maybe I'll figure out some other way to help people out, but I'm not that way. So that's all for Ian's crap. Hope you guys enjoyed the story, and I hope you guys have a good day.